Herbivore. Hello everyone, how are we doing? Why aren't I in the middle? There we go. Turn him down a bit. How's everyone doing? Good to see you. Sorry I'm late. Right, let's get that right. Who's in the house? Vegemite Codbod, you are first. You win the internet for today. Thanks for joining XS 2007. Morning, we'll miss another live feed, school run and work. Have a cracking day, Paul and family. Thank you, my friend. I'm sorry that you're missing out. Nikki Northern British Gaming is in the house. Good morning to you. Gary Clark, hello. Having trouble getting date sugar here in Australia. Do you recommend another type? Monk fruit sugar seems really popular. Yeah, people use monk fruit. Is it in its sugar form, or I don't know whether it's like an extracted sugar? So is it like dates where they dry it and pulverize it? Anyway, it is good, I know, because the Sherzais use it in their 30-day Alzheimer's solution book. Monk fruit extract. What is monk fruit sugar? 150 to 200 times sweeter than sugar without adding calories. Right, so it's an extract. I don't really know exactly how it works, but anyway, the Sherzais use it, so you can bet that it's healthful. I've never tried it, so I can't really tell you how useful it is in replacing sugar in different recipes and things. For instance, like date sugar is very fibrous and doesn't dissolve in drink, so this is not good for that purpose. But yeah, it's certainly healthy. Great question. I should give it a try, really. Els Princeton, good morning, good start of the day. Watching this all working, nice. Geltaro. Anyone read Dr. Greger, How Not to Diet? Yes. Yeah, I'm a huge Dr. Greger fan too. Yeah, and I listen to the audio, but How Not to Die, I listened to over 300 times. Believe it or not. Or just have it on if I was like traveling somewhere, or sometimes when I was working out and things. Yeah, very good. Ankarad is here with a lovely mum, Linda. Welcome to you guys. Do subscribe to her channel. She is a young YouTuber. Good morning, everyone, from my mum and I. I love that. Vegan Mooncat's here. Vegan Mooncat. Subscribe to him. He's great. We're doing a live stream on Sunday. What day is it today? Wednesday. Sunday evening, 7:30. Go to Mooncat's channel and click on his scheduled to stream. Set a reminder and come and join us. It's going to be really good. Morning, Jordan. Richard Benham is in the house. Good morning to you. M7. How are you, M7? Where in the world are you? And how's the vegan scene where you are? Oh, my lovely Gomez is here. How you doing? Morning to those. Well, morning to those having one. To everyone that's still up, we need sleep. Really. Hello, much love. Much love to you. How's things in Mexico? Down Mexico way there. How's it going? Stacey Langley's in the house. Morning, how are you? Can't stay on long, got work soon. Yuck. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah, I'm excited to be streaming, and then it's going to be super sunny in the UK today. It's up to 27 degrees centigrade. So I'm gonna, straight after this, I'm gonna shoot out on my bicycle and just do my cardio, because I don't want to be doing that when it's getting to like 27 degrees. Retro Zingy, what's your opinion on coconut sugar? Horrible for your health. So any sugar not attached to the fibre it's going to be horrible for you. It's going to raise your serum triglycerides. It contributes to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. It's the #1 dietary contributor, apparently, to Alzheimer's disease, which is freaking horrible. So I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. I used to have it. I mean, it's got like a lower GI, and it's got some like semblance of nutrients relative to like a, you know, table sugar. But still, it's not a whole food. You really don't want sugars unattached to fiber. That's where the problem comes. When they're attached to fiber, it slows down the action in the body. You get all the lovely phytochemicals, you know, when you're having like fruits and things, all the polyphenols, antioxidants. Very healthy. But yeah, when we detach the sugar from the fiber and have it independent, you know, just quick spikes in blood sugar. And certainly you're feeding pathogenic gut bacteria, and that's the linchpin of our good health. So yeah, I used to eat it, and on the scale of things, it's out of the sugars, it's up the less unhealthy end, but I wouldn't call it healthy, not by a long shot. Yeah, I wouldn't eat it if someone paid me. I wouldn't. I like having my access to my memories too much. Fellow Marie is in the house. Thanks for joining. Welcome to you. Jotaro, do you have any apple cider vinegar recipes? Not particularly. I just put it on salads. You can put it in like sauces to give the sort of acid. So any kind of a sauce. So I might make like a salad dressing, and maybe I'd have something like tahini, apple cider vinegar. What else we put in there? Some herbs and spices. What do you normally have? A fat? Oh, and maybe a date as well. You want a little bit of sweetness, so like a whole date in there. And you get that balance. Maybe a bit of nutritional yeast, a bit of mustard. Oh, god damn. I would either use it in salad dressings, apple cider vinegar, or lemon juice, typically, as the acid. Oh, Gomez, you're in Seattle. Why did I think you were in Mexico? Why did I think that? God knows. I've obviously confused you with someone else. Soy Kazuki, what do I think of dates? I think they're freaking fantastic. I think they're the most delicious thing. They do have an incredibly high glycemic index, but you want to, you want to be eating them with a meal, so they're part of the meal. So, the complex carbs, certainly the fats, they're going to slow down the digestion and absorption. But yeah, really healthy, super health promoting. I eat a lot of dates. I eat at least 7 medules a day, and they're big old betties, aren't they? It's about 75 carbs there, I think. Anchorad's got rain there on, is it Anglesey where you are? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Vegan Moon Cat, looking forward to our stream on Sunday. So also Grumpy Vegan Grandad, Pizza with Reese, UK Vegan Family, and Michelle Lowe will be there. So there'll be 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 YouTube channels. So do come and join us, people. It's going to be really good. Gary Clark, erythritol seems to be the main ingredient in monk fruit sugar. I don't understand that. Then, and certainly erythritol so far seems to be healthy. In even moderate doses, it does act like a laxative, so you can't have very much of it. And erythritol, I didn't find it very sweet, to be honest. I didn't find it very sweet at all. I found to get enough sweetness from it was like giving me diarrhea, so I just gave up on erythritol. And, it's a totally processed product. So, yeah, to date, we haven't found any negative sides to it. But, stevia, we said, was fantastic. And then we found out it was a mutagen. So, yeah, it's probably best to use whole foods. Jotaro. Oh, you need to give me a pronunciation guide. Do you use an air fryer? Yeah, and probably you shouldn't really, because these super high temperatures, you create acrylamides in starchy foods, and you create advanced glycation end products in fats and protein-rich foods. But yeah, we use it. We make a lot of tofu in there. Fries, without oil. I mean, it's obviously much better than deep fat frying. You don't need to use oil, and you don't need to oxidize the oil. So, on the scale of things, and there is apparently the evidence for acrylamides causing cancer, like as a potential. They were class 2A carcinogen, so suspected. Apparently, evidence is making it look weaker that perhaps that is actually a thing. So, but certainly you'll get more oxygen-free radicals. So better to eat raw produce, or like wet heat cooking methods if you're going to cook your stuff. So microwave, steaming, steam frying, that sort of thing, and you get less of the sort of toxic products. Oh, sorry, Joe Teru, I missed your question. Does smoothies remove fibre? It blends it all up. It blends it all up basically, whereas juicing removes the fibre. Mike, what do you think about tahini? I eat a lot of it. Yeah, I eat probably a couple of tablespoons, every day, or well, probably not every day, but yeah, very regularly, every other day. Usually probably about 3 times a week at least. I like it. If it's been roasted, again, you're going to get more advanced glycation end products, which are a gerontotoxin, so they speed the aging process throughout the body. So that's probably not the best. But, again, if you're just using a little in the context of an otherwise, whole foods, plant-based diet, if you're making a lovely salad dressing and then you're inspired to eat like a bucket full of salad leaves, then, I see that as a net positive. That's good stuff. It's just blended sesame seeds, isn't it? It would be healthier to eat the seeds intact. You better feed the gut microbiome. But yeah, I don't see it as particularly. I suppose the only other thing is, for a lot of people, if weight management is a problem, like it's very fatty, so you wouldn't want a lot of it. M7, anyone else tried the squeaky bean sandwich slices? Never heard of that. Recently tried them after started appearing in the UK. Processed but delicious. Squeaky bean sandwich slice. Tell me about them. What exactly are they? Gomez, the silly name is the man from a show. I am the 56-year-old. No, I knew who you were, but for some reason I had it in my head that you were living in Mexico. Would Gomez be like a Spanish name? Like, what did I maybe like add 2 and 2 and make 5 there, or whatever the phrase is? Jared, hey Paul, making your spicy bean and corn dip now. Nice, yeah, I love that recipe. Yeah, that helps the old crudites go down, or the oat cakes or whatever you're eating. Nice, thanks, Jared. Enjoy. So Gary is saying that one he was looking at was monk fruit mixed with erythritol. Yeah, I think you can get just straight monk fruit. Don't quote me. Like I say, I've not used it, but that was what I was understanding. Nick, is England going to win the Euro? I've got no bloody clue. I don't follow. I only just know that it's soccer because someone told me a couple of days ago that England are playing football in the Euros. If not, I probably wouldn't have even known you were talking about football. Anna Vegan, have you tried pumfu? It's pressed pumpkin seeds that looks like tofu. No, I haven't. Wow. Yeah, I know they do tofu with a couple of different things now. I will have to give that a try. What's the nutrient profile like? Is it quite fatty? Mike, I buy tomato juice for my soups. Is this a good idea? Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. You will get much more of the lycopene, which is a very powerful antioxidant. 200 times more powerful than vitamin E, pound for pound. extinguishing free radicals. But yeah, I see your point. It's a juice, not attached to fibre. I mean, it's not terribly sugary, is it? But my feeling is it might not be the best. Is my feeling. I would choose caution. It's certainly not something that I do or would want to do. What do we use? I mean, we use canned tomatoes basically to make sauces. And I guess, yeah, there's sugars in there, but there's also like the right amount of fibre for that amount of sugars, if you see what I mean. Jotaro, right. How am I going to remember that? Jotaro. Or Jotaro, is that what you're saying? Yeah, that sounds more like it. Jotaro. I'll try. I'll try to remember. I have so many people's names to try and remember. And then, you awkward lot, some of you have different names on different platforms. It gets so confusing. Jotaro. Come on, me. Jotaro. I can remember this. Jotaro. Mooncat, my kids eat their squeaky bean slices and they are really... What are they? Someone tell me. I feel like I'm missing out. Gomez, 56 years vegan, I'm weak from it. Oh, bless you. Philic01. Hi, Hench. Just a quick question. What would you do if you turned vegan whilst having a carnivore pet? I need some advice. I would do a load of research and find out what is the latest science. And I had that thing happen to me. And so I had cats, or I have a cat. And but so cats are, technically obligate carnivores, like in nature, like they would have to eat animals. Happily now, since the last 15 years or so, there's such a thing as complete vegan cat food, which means it's formulated for carnivores. It's from plants. But, the things like the taurine, the arachidonic acid, DHA, they've sourced from plants. I never knew that arachidonic acid could come from seaweed, and they've found a seaweed with it in. And so it's not that the animals, it's not that foods are obligatory to eat. It's not that, animals are essential for the cat to eat. It's that nutrients in animals are essential for the cat to eat. And like I say, those same nutrients can be sourced from plants. If you check my channel, I've got 2 videos about vegan cats. The most recent one was a response to the latest study, which is the biggest ever study on vegan cat food. But it has to be a complete cat food, not any old junk. And it found that actually the vegan cat food outperformed the omnivorous the meat-based cat food in several different ways. They had less obesity, less kidney, less liver issues, a couple of other things. They actually performed better. So, if anything, judging it from the science so far, it's crueler to not feed them like a complete cat food. If you want to call it cruel, I wouldn't call it cruel. And certainly, all studies to date of complete vegan cat foods showed either no issues relative to a normal meat-based food. Several studies found benefits, like this new largest ever study did. So there is no data suggesting that there's a problem. I forget the guy's name now. He's in the veterinary. What is that called? You'll have to watch my video. My brain is letting me down. Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons. He was their sort of expert in lifestyle, nutrition and animal nutrition science. I'm probably not saying that quite right, but that's the idea. And he said, there's no negative data. So at this point, there is no reason not to feed your cats a complete vegan cat food. Has to be complete though. Complete meaning it's got all the nutrients that they need and it's pH balanced for them. Just give them any old thing, they're not going to do very well. So there's that. That's obviously if you're carnivore as a cat, maybe it's not. But yeah, you just have to do your research, and if you can't feed them vegan, then you have to follow your own consciousness and do what you can do. It's a tough one, and I can't really answer that for you. I think you have to take your own. You just have to follow your own will. What you feel comfortable doing. Shields made in Samantha's in the house. Good to see you as always. Jotaro, was that right? Let me just see if that's stuck. Oh no, I can't see where it was. Jotaro, yes, I said it right, I think. Do you have ginger powder drink? Yeah, 3 times a day. I was having juice, but I just got so fed up with the faff of it. I just have a teaspoon of ginger powder in a little water. 6 a.m, 12 p.m, 6 p.m. And I find it just stops me getting sort of any headaches or stomach pains or just general pain in the body. It really is such a powerful anti-inflammatory. It's very good. M7. Oh, Ronak, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel if you're in. And Celtic Khan just subscribed as well. Oh no, Ronak was 2 hours ago. That was Celtic Khan. Welcome to the channel. M7, Squeaky Beans started selling several types of sandwich slices. New York City pastrami, chicken kebab and such, made from wheat gluten, high in protein, low in calories. In my opinion, pastrami is best. I love a bit of seitan now. As long as it's not got a load of additives. If it's just seitan and some, herbs and spices and things, I don't see that as too unhealthy on the scale of things. If you're, particularly if you're bodybuilding and the rest of your diet is otherwise whole foods, plant-based. Yeah. Squeaky Bean. Jotaro. Okay, just call me Joe. Or Jojo. I've got a little friend called Jojo. I think he's about 10 now. He's a real little YouTube sensation. Do any of you guys watch Family Freedom? He's brilliant. Jotaro, I soak dates and blend them to replace sugar. Yeah, so that's date syrup. Digital X-Mage, healthiest lentil, 8 brown lentils. Are they still pretty healthy? Lentils are the healthiest of all the legumes, so whichever one you pick is fine. At a guess, I would say black lentils maybe have a bit more antioxidants, but I don't know for sure. But I would eat any of them. They're fantastic. Samuel, I have a kitten. I would really like to see more early development studies. I'll probably try one vegan when he's an adult though. Yeah. I think I heard that Vegan Gains had found a vegan kitten food. But yeah. Mike, one last question. I have balsamic dressings. They're full of sugar from fruits. No fat chemicals. Would you use these type of balsamic vinegars? If the sugar is extracted from the fruit, which I guess it is, then no. So even fruit juice, is still worse risk for Alzheimer's disease than say the fat in beef. Believe it or not. I think that was the science. It's certainly worse than some animal fats. Let's just say that for certain. Yeah, so probably not, unless they've somehow got the whole fruit in there. But if it's a liquid, I can't see how they would have. Night Gomez, Sweet Dreams, thanks for joining. Dragon Fist. Is buying vegetables that have had pesticides used on them non-vegan? No. Jojo, you had anything to ginger drink or have it plain? Yeah, I typically have it plain. In the past, I used to use ginger, turmeric and black pepper and mix them together. Ooh. But yeah, I just have it straight now. Sometimes if I'm having a protein shake, like a vanilla protein shake, I'll put it in there. It's quite nice. Angharad. Oh, Lieutenant Angharad. Squiggy beans are products that you get in slices or chunks made from wheat gluten with vegetables and herbs. It's high protein too. Nice. Squeaky bean. I'm going to have a little, I'm just going to pop that in another window and I'm going to give that a look after the stream. They sound good. Actually, I'm going to have a look now. Squeaky bean. Oh, I have seen these. Oh, so they're seitan. Oh, okay. I think I've seen these in Asda's where we sometimes go. Now, how do I see... Please, I'd like to see your ingredients. How do I do that? I don't think it's possible. I like how everyone's got the LGBTQ flag in their logos at the minute. That's nice. Right. That's not happening. So I'm just going to type squeaky bean ingredients. I hope if I put the Q in there. Squeaky bean. Oh, like squeaky clean. Vegetable protein. So that's, oh, wheat and pea protein. Okay. And then marinade. So there's a little sugar, not a lot though. Not too bad. Citric acid. So if you suffer with migraines, you might want to swerve this. Sunflower oil, not so good. But it's down the list though. It's down the list. Citrus fiber. I think I would eat like a little bit of that, maybe like a couple of times a week. Yeah. On the scale of things, compared to some mock meats, like that's very good actually. Obviously not as good as a whole food in terms of your health potential though. Sorry, I've lost my place now. Here we be. Dragon Fist, I used to learn STEM. Oh, well, I want to learn STEM. I don't know what STEM is. What food should I be eating for that? Oh, science, technology, engineering, and math. Oh, so you want to be using your brain. Well, just whole plant foods in general, higher carb, be hydrated, and some of the functional mushrooms would be good. So lion's mane. It looks like a brain and it benefits your brain. Yep, I would be doing that. 4072. Hey mate, what are your thoughts on supplementing black seed oil? I wouldn't be adding in much in the way of oils. Preferably, I would be eating black seeds. I don't know exactly what that is though. I'll have a quick look. Black seed oil. What is it? One's quality seeds. What is black seed oil? What seeds are in black seed oil? Oh, so that is black cumin. Nigella sativa. It's black cumin. So I would just use ground black cumin. I wouldn't be putting an oil in unnecessarily. And I was using black cumin. And actually, we were talking about Dr. Gregor's How Not to Diet cookbook earlier. That is one of the things he recommends as an aid to fat loss. It's also good if you have thyroid disease. I don't know if it's specifically Hashimoto's. I think any thyroid disease, it can be a benefit. Retro Zingy, do you have any granola recipes? There are granola bars in our Virtuous Vegan Desserts Cookbook, just $4.99. Link in the description. I think if you search the channel, we have done granola. Whether we did a standalone recipe or whether it was in a full day of eating video, I can't say. So you could try to do a search and see if it throws it up. Yeah, and certainly most granolas have oil and sugar added, but you can make your own with obviously like oats, nuts, seeds, dried fruit, and to make it sweet, what you would do is whiz some dates up with water to make a date syrup, and then just coat everything in that, and then bake it in the oven. Bit of cinnamon or whatever lovely spices you want to use. Yeah, very good. Dragon Fist, do you get more benefits out of chewing food instead of just swallowing it? Yes. If you don't chew foods up, it can sometimes just pass through your body and out the other end like you've not even eaten it. You should make your food into a paste before you swallow it. I think Shield Maiden Samantha was already a member, so I think there's some glitch going on there, most likely. Anyway, you are appreciated, Shield Maiden Samantha. We appreciate your support. M7, keep on seeing bulk shops, plastic-free supermarkets pop up around London. I see. We have 2 in Norwich, Little Odd Norwich. We've got 2 zero waste stores. Very good, yeah. Yeah, that's inspiring, isn't it? The world's going the right way. Whether we can do it quick enough to make enough of a difference remains to be seen, but I have hope. Dragonfish, I'm addicted to Coca-Cola. How do I stop? I swear I drink a 1.25 litre, 1 second, one every second day. Yeah, I guess just find out how unhealthy it is, and for that amount of cola, you would have to drink 30,000. It's 30,000 times. A normal mineral water is slightly alkaline. You'd have to drink 30,000 of those with the same size bottle to undo the acid you've put in your body. It's robbing your muscles of amino acids, and particularly glutamine, and it'll turn the other amino acids into glutamine, which is an alkalizing mineral. It's the most abundant mineral in human muscle tissue. To buffer the acid that you've just put in your blood. It's highly acidic. It's horrible. I would not be putting that in my body. And just, eat and drink enough delicious foods that, you don't want that. I'll put some lovely sweet fruits in there and just keep hydrated. Could be the caffeine as well, maybe wean yourself off caffeine addiction. Yeah. Yeah, I would not drink Coca-Cola if someone paid me. Digital X-Mage, I just need to find a no oil brand stock cube. We use a sort of paste. It's by 9 Meals from Anarchy. I mean, there is oil in there, but it's minuscule. It's not enough that I would worry about it. Jotaro, swap Coke for green tea. Yeah, I have a couple of matches a day now, and I really love how that stuff makes me feel. I think it's aided my meditation. It's making me A, not nod off during it, and B, I feel like it's making me more focused. It gets you into those calm alpha brainwaves from beta, and I feel like my meditation is really coming along. You want to drink it about half an hour beforehand. Saba, can you eat too much branched chain amino acids? Probably. I think leucine is connected with cancer. So it's probably not one that you really particularly want to up. Personally, I don't use... Well, I do use BCAAs because they're in my protein powder that I favour, the Viva Life Perform. But I don't drink it for that reason. If you're getting adequate protein, You know, most people wouldn't need to add that in. And it is a processed food. Like, I prefer to stick to the whole foods as far as possible. I don't see it as that efficacious unless you're on a real low amount of calories and lower amount of protein. I don't really rate it. Facts Defender, how long have you been on NoFap? Couple of months, maybe? Nice retrosy. Samuel Taylor, if you visit or live in Birmingham, we have one of the biggest zero waste stores. Nice. Worth a visit. Bear that in mind. Dragon Fist, would you drink a 2-litre Coca-Cola if it ended animal agriculture? I can't really be bothered to think about it. I mean, I suppose you would for a one-off, but then where do you draw the line? But that'll never happen, so I try not to waste too much energy on hypotheticals that won't happen. But that is a good question. Digital X-Mage, is green tea legit? When I've had it, it feels like weak water. Yes, great. It's great. You should brew it for 3 to 5 minutes. No longer than that, because the tannins will make it bitter. I mean, do you mean in terms of flavour? Or if you mean in terms of caffeine, I mean, it has got less caffeine than things like coffee. So it depends on your caffeine usage historically. M7. Thank you, Hench, for introducing me to Hodmedod all those years ago. By the way, I keep on eating myself through so many different types of bean recipes. Nice. Very good. Sabo, regarding too much BCAA, I just bought the Vivo Life, which contains that. Can I eat it every day without too much of a thought or too much BCAA too often? Use your code, by the way. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Well, I've been having 2 scoops of Vivo Life Perform daily for the last 3 years or so, and again, optimally in terms of health, you just have whole foods. But if you have bodybuilding aspirations, or you're in a physique or a strength sport, it does behoove you to reach your goals to have a little bit more in terms of protein in your diet relative to the other macros, and then some branch chains potentially, if you're if you've not got tons of protein in there, you may just get that little bit more, because you do need a certain amount of leucine, for instance, certainly to optimize muscle synthesis. So, it's not something I worry about personally. Is it optimal? Possibly not. Is it going to be an issue? Probably not, if you're just having a couple. And in the context of an otherwise whole foods plant-based diet. If, on the other hand, you're eating nothing but processed protein and then you added that in as well, likely that's going to raise your risk for some sort of horrible cancer or something. So it's about the whole picture, really. It's what is your, by and large, what does your nutrition look like? That's what I would say. Facts Defender, what benefits you got from NoFap? I don't know, really. I don't know, because concurrent with that, I'm meditating, I'm doing breath work, I'm doing cold showers, I'm using CBD oil, I'm using... I have to do that whole bloody spiel, don't I? I'm microdosing certain substances, I'll just say that. And, doing a lot of self-work. So, particularly in recent days, I would say, but I think that might be more through my meditation, but I'm having some amazing benefits to my well-being. But, how much of that is NoFap, or how much of that is microdosing, or who knows, too many confounding variables. I hear other people saying certain benefits to relationships and whatever. But I think my relationship is already bloody great, so maybe there's no further benefits to be had. Joe Troy, does removing caffeine from green tea diminish the health benefits and process it too much? I don't do well on caffeine. I wouldn't have thought so, no. The caffeine is good from the perspective of focus and drive. But if you're a poor metabolizer, you're better off without it. And I think I'm a fairly bad metabolizer of caffeine. But it's got the theobromine in there, which has the calming effect, which helps balance it. So whereas people often do horrible on coffee and are too anxious, maybe the same amount of caffeine from a matcha, and they wouldn't have been, or from a standard green tea, because it's got this theobromine in there. So if you've not tried it, I mean, use a decaf, but you might just try a caffeinated and just see. You might find that it is with the bromine in there. Theobromine. It's the voice from beyond.
Hi.
It's a hand.
I was just admiring your background. It looks like Holly, that dog I used to walk.
Yeah, that is Holly.
Oh, I didn't know you met what is that, a leopard cheetah?
What is that? I think it's a leopard. Cheetahs are a bit more angular, aren't they?
Well, anyway, it's very cute. Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning. Right. Dragon Fist. I have constant tension headaches, and a lot of the time when I wake up, how do I stop this from happening? It's hard to say without knowing what's going on. So what I would say is, are you eating a whole foods plant-based diet, or are you eating junk foods? Are you hydrated, or are you dehydrated? Are you sleeping well? Do you have a regular sleep schedule? Basically, I would say take care of all the lifestyle habits. But typical triggers: junk foods, dehydration, stress. I think certain foods are triggers. I think like anything, if you've got all the healthy lifestyle habits in place, then typically you get less of these kind of issues. And then if there is still an issue, then I guess it's time to seek medical advice and potentially, testing and intervention. But how many people? It's only really recent months that I'm doing all the things. I'm doing I meditate for an hour and 11 minutes now. I'm doing the meditation, I'm doing the cold showers, I'm doing the breath work, I'm eating super clean, I'm super hydrated. You might add in, CBD oil is good against headaches. CBD oil, turmeric, stacked up with a little black pepper. Ginger is very good. Just add these things in on top of your whole foods plant-based diet. Saba, thoughts on minimalist shoes? I don't really know what they are. I would think if you're a minimalist, you walk around in your bare feet. I've got no idea what they're about. Tell me about them. Joe Toro brings up a good point. Matcha tea is greater than green tea, 10 times the antioxidants. If you're drinking green tea, you've heated you've put the tea bag in the hot water, brewed it, and then you throw the greens out. It's a bit like steaming your kale, throwing the kale in the bin and drinking the water that you steamed it with. You're getting a fraction of the nutrition. So good point. Dragonfist, do you think schools should be teaching STEM? I forget what you said that was, technology and this and that and the other. I think schools should concentrate more on things like nutrition, how to read science, how to look at studies and understand them. How to communicate effectively. I think we should be teaching non-violent communication. I think there's so many, rather than specifics, and of course we need certain subjects that people are interested in that they want to go into, perhaps. But how do you know as a kid, how do you know what you want to do in your adult life? I had no clue that I wanted to be a YouTuber. YouTuber didn't even exist then. Did I just say YouTuber didn't even exist? Oh God. Digital X-Mage is putting me straight. It's definitely a cheater. Okay then, I'll take your word for that. M7 said morning to Gemma.
Good morning.
Digital X-Mage, I need to sleep and stop spending so much time on a smartphone. It's a negative addiction for me. Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. I tend not to look at any stuff before about midday, like in terms of emails and DMs and stuff. I don't even really read DMs. Or look in the comment section and get all trolls hating on me. I like to start the day on my terms, and yeah, you need to come off. Really, I would say a couple of hours before bed, set an alarm on your phone to tell you you're done for the day, and stick it in another room and do something else, because you won't sleep very well if you're on your smartphone up until bedtime. Carl Philip Carlson, good morning. You look like a Carl from my actual life. Did I meet you at BJJ years ago? Is that you? You look like him, and if it is you, you're a lovely man. And if it's not you, you're probably still a lovely man because you're on a vegan channel. Jotaro, do I need to supplement B12 if I have nooch every day? Depends. It all depends. I forget the thing now. You're meant to have it from supplements for some reason 3 times a day in a certain DV, which is dietary value. So whether that says that on the can or not, I don't know. I did save a screenshot somewhere. But no, I prefer to take a supplement to make sure I've definitely hit it. Hit it. 50 micrograms a day from a supplement, or 2,500 micrograms a week will give you the RDA. If you're under age 65, over age 65, you actually need to up it to 1,000 mics a day, because we then lack the intrinsic factor, which helps us to absorb it. I can't find my little screenshot, I'm afraid. No, I can't find my screenshot, but yeah, it's quite difficult to get it from supplements. So, according to Dr. Gregor, I don't know why that is. Oh, that's right, because normally you're meant to have it on an empty stomach as a sublingual, or like an injection, or what are the other ways? Sublingual. I forget now, but preferably not in like a solid pill form. So if anyone wants the Viva Life one, 10% off code Hench10, link below. Yeah, that's the one I use. I just pop it under my tongue. Saba, shoes that replicate going barefoot. Right, the idea is to have gone barefoot human history. The regular shoes mess up our feet and the rest of our body. Yeah, I can quite believe it. I've never tried them. I'd love to. So if any brands out there want to send me a pair, I would be all into that. Yeah, I'd be interested to see how that goes. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, and it sounds very believable, doesn't it? Sounds very believable. Foot prisons, I call them. Dirty foot prisons. Leaves V Gang, should I get rid of all my clothes, shoes, sofa that are leather that I had before I was vegan? Mixed feelings. I didn't. Simply, I didn't really have the money. And I also considered if I then get rid of these things, then I've got to replace them, which is more of an expense on the Earth's resources. However, was I feeling particularly bad about them? I didn't know really about the leather industry. I've not looked into that. And I guess if I have sort of seen it, then I might have more disdain for, like, say, a leather jacket. It was really leather boots for me. I had these leather boots, and they were such so sturdy, and I find it hard to get my size. And they lasted a good couple of years into my veganism, but when they fell apart, I did kind of breathe a sigh of relief, if I'm honest. I think you've got to use your own, go by your own feelings, and. The damage is done, isn't it? You're not going to undo the damage. Some people say, well, if you wear a leather jacket, you're sort of normalizing it, or keeping that in the mainstream. But people are going to want what they're going to want, and the fact is, like, there's so many vegan leather alternatives that look just the same. Like, you wouldn't know whether it was leather or not, potentially. So. I wouldn't worry, but if it starts to affect you, then perhaps, give them to charity so they're still going to be used, or give them to someone who otherwise would buy, like, the leather version, or something with animal products in. I think that's the answer. Good question. Vin Vegan, good morning, Paul and Gemma. Hope you're both well. I was wondering if you could do an informative video on cow's milk. Enjoy your content. Have a blessed day. I will give that some thought. I think it's been done really well already. Samantha Janice's Dairy is Scary. I don't think I'd top that. So, yeah, but never say never. I think I just have to find inspiration and like an angle on things, and I think if like a celebrity is like endorsing it or something, like, and then I can leverage their celebrity for the video to actually do well, you know, something like that. Then, or if a study comes out, you know, and it was funded by the dairy industry, you know, that's the time I would probably do a video on dairy. Saba, Vivo Barefoot is the brand to go. Okay, maybe I'll shoot them a DM and see if they want to help a poor YouTuber out with some free products. Angharad is enjoying the chocolate fudge. Oh, god damn. Hello? Sorry, I was talking to you. Angharad is enjoying the chocolate fudge. No, I guessed that.
Very good. It's good stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good stuffs. M7, throwing away leather items only has them end up in landfills so they don't decompose well. I need to throw it away. Thanks for your perspective. Vegan something's picking up Merrill barefoot trainers. Take a bit of getting used to. Yeah, I bet they do. Particularly at my body weight. M7, Hench, have you heard about the new plant that they're made from cacti? I'm not sure. Possibly. I know there's so many, isn't there? The pineapple was one of the more recent ones I heard of. Yeah, brilliant. Very, very good. Well, it's getting a bit quiet in the chat. We've been on for around an hour, so I might go and do my cardio now so the day doesn't get away. I don't want it to be too blazing hot when I'm trying to cycle along and sweating my things off. So thanks for hanging out, guys. I've really enjoyed this morning. Thanks, moderators, for keeping us troll-free. I don't think we had any super chats, did we? If you're new here, we'd love you to become part of this wonderful community. You can do that by hitting the subscribe button, clicking the bell icon so you're notified of new videos. And we're back Friday evening, 6 p.m. GMT. Set a reminder on your phone because YouTube won't tell you they're useless. But Gem and myself will be on. And yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you. Thanks for hanging out. I've had a lovely time. And have a fantastic day, whatever you're up to. Bye for now, guys.